The Cursed Cartridge. Jake was an avid gamer, always on the lookout for rare and unique games to add to his collection. One rainy afternoon, he stumbled upon a small, dusty game store tucked away in an alley he had never noticed before. The store was filled with old, forgotten titles, but one game caught his eye, an unlabeled cartridge with a faded, handwritten note that simply read, "Do not play." Intrigued and dismissing the warning as a marketing gimmick, Jake bought the cartridge and rushed home to try it out. As he inserted it into his old console, the screen flickered and a title appeared: The Forgotten. The game started with a character selection screen, but there was only one option: a pixelated figure named Eli. As Jake navigated through the game, he noticed that it had a hauntingly realistic atmosphere. The graphics were surprisingly advanced for an old cartridge, depicting a dark, abandoned mansion with eerie, lifelike detail. As Eli explored the mansion, strange things began to happen. The game seemed to anticipate Jake's moves almost as if it were alive. Doors creaked open by themselves and ghostly whispers echoed through the speakers. Jake felt a chill run down his spine but continued to play, driven by curiosity. Suddenly the screen went black and a message appeared: "Help me." Startled, Jake tried to reset the game, but the message persisted. The screen flickered back to life, showing Eli standing in front of a mirror. As Jake moved the joystick, Eli reached out and touched the mirror, his reflection morphing into a terrified face. Jake's heart raced as he noticed that the reflection wasn't Eli's, it was his own. The game was now mimicking his movements, and the whispers grew louder, forming words: "You shouldn't have come here." Panicking, Jake tried to turn off the console, but it wouldn't respond. The screen showed Eli walking down a hallway lined with portraits. Each portrait depicted Jake's face, twisted in fear. The whispers turned into screams, and the game's environment started to bleed into reality. Shadows stretched from the screen, clawing at the walls of Jake's room. Desperate, Jake pulled the cartridge from the console. The screen went blank, and the room fell silent. He was drenched in sweat, his heart pounding. He threw the cartridge into a drawer, vowing never to touch it again. That night, Jake couldn't sleep. The images from the game haunted his dreams. He woke up in a cold sweat, feeling a presence in his room. The console, which he had unplugged, was on, the screen displaying the same dark mansion. The whispers returned, louder and more menacing. "You can't escape!" Jake watched in horror as the screen showed Eli standing at the foot of his bed. He felt a cold hand on his shoulder and turned to see a shadowy figure with glowing eyes. The figure spoke in a voice that seemed to come from the depths of the grave. "Welcome to the game, Jake." Before he could scream, the figure lunged at him, and everything went black. The next day, Jake's friends found his apartment empty. The only trace of him was the console still on, with the game displaying a new character: Jake. The title had changed to The Forgotten Ones, and the whispers from the speakers beckoned to anyone who dared to play. The cartridge, now seemingly cursed, passed from one unsuspecting gamer to another, each one meeting the same terrifying fate. And so, the legend of The Forgotten Ones grew, a warning to all who heard it. Some games are best left unplayed. Be sure to share, like, follow, or subscribe for more scary short stories like these. Thanks for watching.